So welcome in. We got top 4 at another regional this season. Duelist Nexus. We got another playmat, another deck box. Probably gonna do another giveaway. Probably gonna give this away. So stick around, follow, subscribe, like, turn on the bell to get notified when I do that. Say hi to the chat. They're all here supporting us. Yeah, we got 4th place. Last regional, we got 2nd place. So we almost missed out. X1 in the regional with branded Chimera. I was honestly feeling super uncomfortable and ill-prepared because I had it like up to here with the format. But eventually I decided to go play. I was going to play tier. And then last minute I decided to play this instead. And I'm happy I did because tier I think it was super targeted for the event. I felt kind of uncomfortable playing it, to be honest. So we played Brandon Chimera, we got 2nd place, and it's great. So thank you guys for being here. Thank you for all the members in the chat. And let's kick this off with the profile so I can show you a little bit what I was working on. And this is honestly like the last profile for the season before Age of Overlord comes out. So again, if you're looking for Age of Overlord stuff, check out my link for Tier 0 games. The singles and everything else is over there. But let's just dive into it. I did play 3 Fenrirs. I think this card was good. It puts a lot of pressure on the board, first thing. The list is not like extremely different from the things I've played. I just tweaked it a little bit. The Fenrirs are good. I did not play Nibiru anywhere in this list, so it makes it a little bit better. Previous list, when we got 2nd place, I played Nibiru in the main and Fenrirs. That kind of contradicts. And I decided to drop the nibs. I didn't feel they were extremely good in this format after like the ban list. And to be honest, I think this was a good call. Like Fenrir is a good card. It helped me take out a lot of like random stuff like floodgates, the Marince's field spell that makes the monster unaffected. Yeah, my bracelet. Got this from my niece for my birthday. She made this. She's 8 years old. It's cute. 2 Albaz, 3 Swords Knight. Don't play less than this, please. 3 Gazelle. I think there is a world where you cut this down to 2. But with Fenrir, it really helps you play around Imperm. So if you already have the Baphomet in hand, then, for example, my last game yesterday was against Labyrinth. I had a Fenrir, I special summoned Fenrir, and I had Mirror Swords Knight. So they had like a couple sets, and I had Mirror Swords Knight and Baphomet in hand. So I was like, do I automatically lose? Oh, did I have Baphomet? No, I had the Chimera Fusion in hand. So basically what I wanted to do is summon this because I knew I was playing into Imperm. So the Chimera Fusion helped me dodge it. You make Mud Dragon off of this, and then you can just keep playing. So if you're missing one piece from the Chimera line, then you can search it. This is also a reason why I like the Fenrirs and why Gazelle sometimes comes up as a normal summon. 3 total, 2 Baphomet, and then I played 1 Druid, 1 Magnamut, and 1 Nightmare Magician. So a few things. I did not feel like I needed to play the Aluber. A lot of people play like 2 opening, 1 Aluber. I did not like that at all. I don't feel like consistency is an issue with this deck. You have a lot of things to fall back on. I felt like I was drawing Aluber so much, and it just screws up your entire deck. Just 3 dead cards in the deck. You don't want to normal summon it. Sometimes you have to, but you have better normal summons, right? If you have Fenrir, you can just tribute summon Baphomet over it. Just special Fenrir summon Baphomet. It works. If you know what you're playing into, then it totally works. I think it's amazing. So I did not play that. These, I felt like Nightmare Magician, just honestly, there's not a lot of reason behind it in this build specifically. I think it's a very good card. Not there yet. And these 2 were just main deck for branded Dragon Link and, of course, Tier Elements. However, my camera is kind of choppy, so bear with me. These 3 should just have been DD Crows, I think. Just DD Crows. I think it's really, really good. And I think that these were kind of bricky. Even though I ended up using them, I thought that like Chimera Fusion with a Druid's Worm on board, or like Chimera Fusion chain Druid's Worm to send an additional card from the field. It was really powerful. And yeah, so confusion in chat. Special summon Fenrir, tribute summon Berthomet. This requires 1 tribute. So yeah, probably 3 DD Crows instead of the random package over there. But yeah, let's see. Let's do the other cards. We have 3 Ash Blossom for like the only monster hand trap. You don't want to get talents. So basically that's it. Like you don't want to get hit with talent. So Super Poly, I played a funny target for this in the extra deck. I felt like this was good. You know, you get Windud versus Tyr. This works versus Flunderies. This works versus Invernoble Knights. It works basically against almost every deck except for sometimes Unchained, sometimes Pearly. But overall, it's a good way to clear monsters, and I think it's just such a powerful card. 3 Brafu, and then 2 Prosp, 2 Talents, 2 Crossout, and then 1 Called By and 3 Imperms. I think Prosperity is very, very good in this deck, but you don't need to run 3, or you actually probably can't run 3. Because if you banish 6 with this, you cannot banish anymore. Yeah, like you need your extra deck. There's no way you play through this. So seeing it once per game and giving you the extra push, I think it's amazing. This is why I played 2. 2 Talents, just a really, really powerful card. And then 2 Crossout and Call By, just to make sure that you don't brick on them and just like being extremely good. I think, again, the only thing I would change in the list was the Magnamets and the Nightmare Magician. Nightmare Magician was honestly just a meme for me. I didn't really have a reason behind it. I wanted to resolve it, but I just didn't. And yeah, I probably just DD Crows instead. I think they're good in this format. Maybe Bestials in the side. DD Crow covers so many matchups. 2 King of Phantom Beasts, 1 Chimera. This guy got me my top. Last game versus Labyrinth, they had a full field. They left an Ariana in attack position. So I just made this guy with 6 materials, and they didn't have any interruptions. So I just attacked 6 times into the Arianas, just like FTK. Learn when to use this guy. Learn when you can. Sometimes you can just sneak in an OTK using this if you do the correct line. So pay attention to the board state. Instead of going for the safe play, you can just kill sometimes. And it doesn't take a lot. So just pay attention to that. 2 Guardian Chimera. 1 usually went... I banished 1 usually from Prosperity. So it's always good to have 2. 1 Mirror Jade. Just a broken card. Lubellion, Titanic Lad, Albion, Rinbra. Usually I would banish Albion as well from the Prosperity and the Titanic Lad. The Titanic Lad is mainly here. And this is why we played Bestials and Nightmare Magician. Because this card, usually if your opponent's ex-Pearly Noir doesn't have a Delicious Memory, then this guy beats over it. It's unaffected by the Noir, so it just kills it by battle. And if you can gain control over the game again, even going second, I got Tikaboo in the side. So going second, you can go for this, clear it, set Tikaboo and pass. And even though they got all the cards in hand, they cannot play anymore. So this was the reason behind Titanic Lad. Really, really good. Didn't get to resolve it like that because I didn't play in Pearlies. So yeah. Magnum. Unfortunately, I maybe went into it once. Maybe. I don't think... I mean, it's good in like super specific interactions, but it didn't come up at all. This was the last minute goo. Porteous, the Triphasic Dealman. Not even a real name. So the reason why this guy's in here, it's because it has fusion materials that are 1 Synchro Monster, 1 Xyz Monster, 1 Link Monster. I was going to resolve this using Super Poly versus Tier Elements. It has a few nice effects where you pay 2,000 life points in increment of 2,000, and then you get several effects based on that. You can pop 3, you can gain attack, and then you can, I don't know, it never really came up. Add 1 spell or trap from the graveyard. You can add the Super Poly back to your hand. This card is crazy, but I did not, unfortunately, get to summon this card. But I figured, like, the morning of, I was like, wait, Tier board, 1 Xyz, 1 Synchro, 1 Link, like Baron, Frost Sheep, Beatrice. You get rid of, or Dweller or something like that. You get rid of all of that in the draw phase, and you cook. 1 Dragon Stabelia, 1 Garura, 1 Mad Dragon. Self-explanatory. You could fit Lynx or Xyz monsters here, probably, if you really want to, but I didn't feel like, I wanted like my prosperity to be like prosperous. This card was an MVP. It hits so many decks. It's like the format today is like super Xenocentric, I suppose. So everything is like, I played Marincess, I played Salad, I played Rescue Ace, I played Labyrinth, like all type decks, except for your deck and Branded. Dragons, tier limits obviously can play under it. Pearly dies to it, Unchanged dies to it, basically. So it's very good. It won me a lot of games, and I sided this in going second a lot. And of course, respect the flu. You got to respect the flu. Again, we didn't see any flu, unfortunately, 6 rounds, but you know. 2 Droplet, this card is nuts. 2 Thrust, because we did want to get to a Duster and a Herald of the Abyss. I don't think it's good. A lot of people ask me about this card in the main deck. I don't think it's good enough in the main deck because there's nothing to grab. Like going first, you grab an Imperm, and I didn't play like Broad Breakers in the main. So yeah, 2 Cosmics because again, like anti-spell is the thing. Last round, I got hit with the Eradicator and OTK'd through it because Chimera is just crazy. And then 1 King Tiger Wangu. If this is your first time seeing this, this card is the Sprite / Pearly / Fluendereeze killer. It's a beast, level 4, so you can search it with Baphomet. You can summon it during your opponent's turn with Chimera from the graveyard. And basically, it has a mandatory effect. Whenever a special monster is summoned with 1400 attack or less, it just dies immediately, and that's mandatory. So it's good against those decks because, like, unless they book it or something, and even if they do, you usually have a negate for targeting, like you have targeting protection from Kotal in the graveyard. So it's kind of unoutable. It's a very good card. And yeah, I thought, like, again, Fluendereeze, respected. Pearly, respected. Sprite, still a thing, right? So yeah, we went X1. Our matches were Salamangreat and then 2 Rescue Ace back-to-back. Then we had Kastura, which was the loss of the day. The deck is just bonkers. It's insane. There's nothing you can do. I didn't really open well as well, so I got drolled and shifted both games. I was kind of cooked. The main deck droll, and I sided it. I usually sided in for crossout, game 2 and 3, like 1 copy. But it was game 1, and they just drolled me, and I tried playing a little bit around it, but I didn't have anything to do because they go second. They just hit you for like 1,000, like 10,000 damage with all their monsters. Honestly, after I won, should have let him go first. That was the correct play, but even though Shifter is still a card, so it was hard to play. Then Marincess and then Labyrinth for the last round. 2-0'd Labyrinth, 2-0 Marincess, 2-0'd one of the Rescue Ace guys, and then 2-1 versus Salad and Rescue Ace. So I hope you did enjoy that. We got this second playmat, second deck box of the season. We are done. We are looking towards to the Dark Hole Dragon and the probably this deck box as well, probably for Age of Overlord. Thank you so much for watching. If you're not here on stream with me, then join us on Wednesdays. Usually this is a Friday, but usually we stream on Wednesdays. Thank you. Like, subscribe. See you in the next one. Peace.